Abia bo sam makwa babi o UTV anwumre no ndu kase bo ene ye to aso yi na ofa di ho no ye ba behwe asem bi ehun ya pa obeka ya na wotwe etwemu ene na wotwe nyina no omampenda da His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kwa probo odi fi Western North ene odi akwa kopie ahafo asem ba akwa a woka wo sa ni speak out tour ya wo mo eye din a mo de atoso ne say free SHS on na de bae na nado entumi meje moso meje franka mo ne mo maso enfan mo ne ho safro he wonam no woje fanse no won na de bae na free SHS na aya ade na wan ne wo so wono Mahama won na de bae na no anam so ene wokosisi sa ayi yi blocks mni ade na MPP for kra je bia ma na ka bush nwure mu a ene awowo ani nkusie nkrante ene ekọ ABCD school e wo sa classrooms na sa asem ya ayi omampenda da Mahama koka no MPP for muni ya kutukom si adai aja Mahama ai asoma o uni campaign message on fe the free SHS na abaje won so se da ade no won wan na de aba TNDC phone MPP phone to me se chenchene a wo na de aba de bia wona hyase ansa na aba na wieye nti ene mpanifo yi ye ne mpanifo besusu wo me ahwe wan poten no de free SHS no e ba ene ehu fa so de aba no TNDC beto aso bra wo mbeba power ana wo monto aso no so ye de beto aso na ne mpanifo akase ne wo ebetwetwe nkomo anwumei e wo nondu kase boso yewra eko visit asefo efi Ministry of Education a wo kampanifo a wo mo ekasa mo no kra na ye head PR e wo ministry wo sanso ana yewra Dugan enso communication team members ba ko man NDC amnyoko na wo mo de ani bre pa ye adwuma no Mahama kwato nyina wo mo na edi akone aba kwa probo e wo nkura wodo nyina so ene wo mo de aba bepie nkra na wo mo studio ha se mpanifo nyuma good evening.
Good evening, Minaba.
Se boko de.
Na
wo mi phone so afa na wo pe apo ana.
Da bi we de na.
So monitor President Mahama campaign na okono.
Yes.
Odifi Western North say we make major breakthrough mo ne baako e man full endorsement with explanation say akwan chip compound Mahama start e mobile moja amana tete apansam ti Mahama samra 2020 we okwa halfway what's free SHS ono ni blueprint ni baby na mo amabefa na mo feed ni kakra na mo de abo mo safo he de akwose se mo blue book o se so white book o mo de akwoshem se mo na mo ye ti wanu ye ni sense free SHS won na de ba na mo to aso
afia ma menchia o enwumei na mesanchia
se so se wo gina o ayi etafo mebo a
we call old tafo
constituency
yes
e wona nipa makom wo twem wo gina no
minim se Vincent afafo mo maka minim se bia afafo mo dia but minim se Nyankopon ya do
makom wo twe munyira mu gina ya bibi wo mo ko get fund
that is very mischievous
anya mischievous na nipa nwotwe mu nyina mo kope one constituency a anya get fund ade enti na mo ko nwotwe sa for one ayi wo MTN advert bi no well was 22 people chasing one ball the way nipa watch chasing one seat
if you ma menchia yeta for panko no for minion no mo wo 45 mo wa hembro no ene emia ka ho no krane say o share 2012 John Dramani Mahama madodo a wonyae ewo the Brona half region the time when I Brona half region o share the number of seats na wo ho MPP at the time enyamu edumiensa ana NDC enyamu edunsia na 2016 NDC for vote no eso teyama NDC parliamentarians on benyamu emunkron ana MPP dia so pejaye ekodunsia it tells you how the people of the Brona half region rejected John Dramani Mahama enuntina ene akwa piem e wo Brona half region the idea is supposed to listen to people. Speak out. Speak out. E say me kwa kotie nkrofo adwene. Na me de abehye me manifesto. We di okoye no. On na afedi okodi ntro.
Obi busa no question no yi ano no trem say your policy.
Free SHS, free senior high school education. It has been a standing policy of the New Patriotic Party since 2008. 2008 enya kwan ama abemu 2012. Some way somehow they still won power. 2016 and Yankopon ya adom ama MPP ba bemu. Ya ba bemu one of our first commitments that we made to the people of Ghana and it's a catch say be free senior high school education. Ya nom so na de bae. yenim somewhere around November 29 November asemwa John Dramani Mahama kokaye ewo okere asemwa yes asemwa kokaye ne say free senior high school education a best say education system.
Wow.
Absolutely. That is what he said. They call Ghana whereby the whole.
And his reason was Mahama can't start out without giving reason.
If it is going to spoil and I said destroy our education system, I don't see how Betimaka saw the free SHS by. Again, John Dramani Mahama no waka on several platforms. So Nyakwamba will review free senior high school education. That is the variance, the contradictions are omiki. Okay. Just last 2 weeks, Metie John Jenapo, the audio, utie audio ni ya, or say, Sika, yes, spending with free senior high school education, that is 2 billion. No? It is not sustainable. It's a sense a day, at the time, former education, I said, you waka baby, former education minister waka baby. And so because a free SHS, they are this about 20 years to come. Almost free senior high school education, almost so we implemented, you know. The only thing was to announce to the Ghanaian public, say, progressive free senior high school education. Now, so progressive, you know, for only day students. Day students, Sika Nomso Betuadiama day student, Bia or Memuha, was about 48 Ghana cedis. Yanko, all the senior high schools in this country, me the senior St. Hubert Seminary example. At the time, now Father Stephen, also said, because and the indications that I got, not a person was paid for any student in this country for that progressive senior high school. Senior high school Biama out to make and say John Dramani Mahama free senior high school cost 48 Ghana cedis. Or the share budget to some for
that was 2015 and not 2016.
That was 2015 and 2016. Or this share mukaye e kasi okutiano. Senior high school ba ko of all our senior high schools in this country, almost 700, no. Emra out to my country say you tia a penny. I am telling you why. I'm coming from the Ministry of Education.
Say
yes.
There was arrears buying tia that almost at the second, third quarter of the year. Abuying the
tia. Say or man tia a penny. I am telling you, when tia a penny, Jenny buy a bit tia those arrears.
For the whole of
48 Ghana cedis. Let me say, what did it constitute? Make me a show. Yeah, your day school, you can't day students, Sika, you day students. Then you know how much it constitutes to pay for day students. What share the amount of day students in this country? About 648 Ghana cedis. So that's 648 Ghana cedis. It constitutes BBFNO centralized procurement. They say utia for school uniforms, utia for school clothes, and what have you. What should be to say fees items to be retained by GES? To say GES. Council no omo the fees ba say students be interest Sika no say Sika GS they buy 53 cedis. So you ask yourself 48 Ghana cedis no na e den
okay
so 48 Ghana cedis no na e den. So the NDC didn't pay any amount to any student in this country, yet they say some of the progressive free senior high school they buy, but the MPP ye buy Sika ye tia about 400 million Ghana cedis. Ye they start ye free senior high school education. You bet me go schools now be say Sika no ye tia na see ye tia. Nobody can ask any question about it. Say ye ene kwa mountain fa mountain so. Busa akwa bi accept you when 5 years, 6 years. They busa say one the free senior high school education.
So even to me nka say Mahama e-blocks na OCC no say community day schools no. And you're part of the concept of free SHS said the Okano.
How was it part of the concept?
Well,
the difference between the MPP and the NDC is say, Bakose, which is the MPP, all qualified students will have to go to school. No child will be left behind. That is the MPP for you. We almost the NSA, you might be in school. Just say Yaoviba, ebetimi atenefi. But Kwame Mansabadi, obetimi akusuku. Delaba,
is that what it is?
That is the point, because if you have qualified students,
systematically over a period,
and
not to push everybody in one at a time.
I don't think this with definition of basic education the buy. So the least education certificate for us it should be senior high school. Okay. So be senior high school there, and yeah, irrespective of where you are coming from, your background or whatever. You need to go to school, and that school, no, a senior high school. Okay. And to be in Timin Castle, we call public school. Now we are called private school. No, we are Nyakwine, we do Nyakwine, and that is what we said. Say, after say do obiako school no, then we now come and look at what we call expansion of infrastructure.
Okay.
So expansion of infrastructure need no it needs a thinking government.
Okay.
We'll deal with double track in Famra.
Maybe we'll deal with the infrastructure because one of the concerns that has been raised about free SHS is also about adding dormitories, classrooms and Quranic bedrooms. And then the anya mama na ekasa even expert or more education sector crab because idea no yeah to see one quite
say infrastructure no problem say infrastructure no problem and NDC forecast almost 200 e-blocks
admit say a problem
absolutely
but that is why Mahama Kaso being progressive onye ni boom
and I make a sure say that is the difference between the MPP and the NDC.
Okay, the
difference in say yeah they say no child will be left behind. Okay, so the 10 years about see infrastructure. Every year, from 2008 to Deba, every year we had about 100,000 of our young men and women in this country who were not going to school. Multiply 100,000 by 10. That is 1 million people in this country. Which means 10 years now, NDC for you are going to have about 1 million of our young men and women who will not be educated.
Okay.
And that is the difference between MPP and NDC.
Okay.
In the ASA, all the 1 million, sebio, so it is better than not going to school at all.
Okay.
And that's the difference between MPP and the NDC.
I understood. Mr. Dugan, yamba NDC. Why is President Mahama clearly said as a worker or say, or no about the Casa Free SHS no crying adepa until Adena say oh claim glory no. Because on himself or cassette free SHS now and go for better 20 and answer saying.
Miniaba, Mammy Falconia we and Chia no production team. Na mintia Ghana for. Na mintia former president and the incoming president. A former President Mahama and the NDC for and penny for. You see, I am an educationist myself.
Okay.
And say about issues about education. I always like to have a holistic approach to those issues. Now, because education is the most sensitive, area, sector, or visions or betumpon. And sometimes you are being forced or invited to do that kind of debate, political debate in our educational sector. So our brothers from the other side. I've been our started.
But this one, President Mama, politics.
I will come there. President Mama starting it all. Obia hui, when you have Yadi Ghana for 4 years ago, and someone no moka. They are the same Ghanaians today. Our Musu Efra President Mama say Mama Sambra. So be bisano as someone I will say wayano. And you don't need President Mama to tell you that this government is practicing duplicity of policies.
Duplicity
of policies.
And what you're saying?
Policies are what that. No matter duplicating. Create impression say I'm
free SHS no
me ni na duplicity of policies America. Sure. Was it free SHS a standing policy of MPP? Actual constitution number 1. When we were writing 1992 constitution
free SHS
meba why free education compulsory free education basic
or can basic SHS and can basic
meba education free is free.
A free universal basic
absolutely.
education.
And I mean
SHS and can basic.
Say Ghana for and penny for an share constitution any opepa say was education here free. I don't think so June who cram say any basic. And sana ya call SHS.
But who say omodisha constitution from 92 it wasn't exactly free. Meaning from 92
yeah what there was period of time I was say a dear 10 years ago, air free.
But even after the 10 years,
and for him to sit here and say that a standing policy of MPP, it is. And I'm saying it's neither here nor there.
Oh, why?
Okay,
go and read. He is from Minister of Education. What by I was expecting him to read educational free SHS policy document. Read it. The free SHS policy document on one more state.
Free SHS. MPP manifesto na by 2012 elections and I started here free SHS. It wasn't it part of their manifesto promise.
Let me tell you. It is not about writing it in books and promising.
But was it there?
It was already happening while they were talking about it.
And what's your policy?
I am saying that MPP putting it in their manifesto does not mean that the free education, progressive free education, was not ongoing.
Fine, agreed. But free SHS, no. If free in a buy, that's the issue.
Listen to me. You see, except say you want us to differentiate between progressively free. Any free for all now.
I said progressive, President Mahamad's policy was progressive, and it was in NDC manifesto. I'm saying that free SHS concept, which came about around 2012, if free in a buy, and that's not basic. SHS, free, you know, if free in a buy.
You see, I want you to get something right. Yaka free. I don't see the difference between progressively free and free. That MPP wants us to believe.
Really?
That they are saying that look, Omudie, once it is free for all. Those who started NDC and President Mama, yes, started progressively free. No, we against free. Look, and that is why I'm saying that you should have read the free SHS policy document. They stated say mobile. They came and met progressively free education.
The free SHS policy started in 2008. It was captured in MPP manifesto in 2008. You
don't get me. I am saying, except you wanted to differentiate between they are free, they are raw free, and progressively free. Except you want us to differentiate it. We are saying that, look, let me tell you, NDC decided that, look, I was saying education free, but you cannot make it free without accessibility.
Okay.
Education must be free and accessible. And that is why we decided that, look, we should make it accessible and free. And for that matter, we were going to build 200 senior high schools day.
Where is that
to make it accessible?
What documents are
you? If I know you'll be asking of that policy document as we are bringing it.
Because I'm not aware of any.
And that is why I'm saying that NDC, we have our policy document.
No, that's not true.
I know NDC policy document on education. They capture progressive education.
And
I know that
progressive education,
yes,
we stated the accessibility. And I'm saying that we stated accessibility.
But the term free SHS, no.
And I am saying that, look, it is not just about free. It is not just about free. Okay, we are talking about free and accessible.
Inti patrol, momo de free progressive ne buy, and MPP force the free SHS buy. Is that what you're saying?
Well, if that is how you understand it, fine. But I am saying that NDC said, as far as education free is concerned, whether it is progressive,
or it is free,
raw free, with its consequences that we are experiencing today, as far as we are concerned and Ghanaians are concerned, yenim nkofo a mu start say ahunboborofo no yes school amana ban maybe a obi ate yes school nkrasi nyina wo sori a na watimi akosa school ni free yenim mo amu start and of course it's not any other person but President Mama look minuaba yes two krampo a yes two krampo a
mama caveat musi
no me say yes two krampo a
ba musi saying
me say yes two krampo a it tells you that there was a policy.
He doesn't know.
There was a policy
to build
up something.
That's
to make a policy materialize.
Okay, but what's he saying?
Yeah, free office no. Now no meeting. Almost yeah free office. Schools are yesi. Almost at the point of completion. Over 100.
At the point of completion.
I'm telling you, over 100. I can't give you. Look, Dudu Ayewino is over 50.
Dudu Amuye was 25.
I'm coming. Me say Dudu Ayewie no is over 50. Na ne nkwala no atimi akotena se. Omusu ade no. And near around between 25-30. What you say? Schools no. 25. I'm coming. That is what you are aware of. Maybe you might have not gone through. I am saying that
this is something we went around
to verify. Agreed. But I will urge you to see the same chairman there so that you go around today and see the districts too. The one district.
We have also done the report. Baby, MPP for abandon Ebia. bush. We have said that.
So we should know. So I would like you to urge. I'm urging you to tell the listeners, the viewers, Dudu are abandoned, and people must know. Say, you Ghana for sika. Akwa school. Say, a person kwala school ko. And people come here and tout themselves that you the free education aba. You don't have any political, so who goodwill to make education free for children to go through education and become successful. You not abandon schools.
Yeah. Okay.
And turn around and say you are making it free. Okay. That is the double standard. Okay, but no, I am saying that look, President Mama tour now walk. Ne a hawan ko foko. Schools are abandoned. Education sector enkoyi. Akufo-Addo and MPP has been unmasked. They have been unmasked.
Yeah, Kakamoto.
Yes, Kakamoto. Bina idea fair ye ni idea that unkofo. Look, unkofo on the truth. I don't think any serious government, maybe an akro power, and yes, we are in the era of a throw a dinner cross with hinia. How can you say somebody is practicing free education? I bet we know what papa. So Obama is here for whom Bobro for here school free. When he has abandoned schools. Abra ye do o many sika esi schools are more and then unkofo e kwatwe wo ho. So where is the goodwill here?
Okay, but on same be say President Mama a friend saying President Mama kase free SHS say bogus enye adwuma enye feasible enye sustainable.
Those are baseless assumptions, and as a senior experienced journalist I was expecting to prove source. And won't mean to say look, I don't do that. He's speaking for Minister of Education. So let's leave the bar. Can I just sit here and say, Nanu President Akufo-Addo kwajina wini bo sisi? How can I say that without any proof? Ghana web no. How can could you believe? You see, we should get serious. Someone who speaks for Minister of Education. Then you say President Mama kwajina okay, we say
you really want to go there?
We say oh
really.
President Mama Drew I was say free SHS no and yet ebema nkwala say. Without any reason. And when you ask him reason, he says he doesn't know. Is that why you will be telling, is that how you be speaking to us? Okay. Issues about education, we ask you, say, he just said it. You don't know why he says so. You are quoting Ghana Web. You should read. President Mama said, maybe, was it free SHS? No? And Kwalaba say, But when you ask him, he said he doesn't know. And let me tell you, so President Mama can say, Kwalaba say, poor. There should be reasons. And I will give you my own reasons. Even if you say so. And then Kolan say, and Pewani Saya Ekwan Kurase, Kohe.
And you are that, and I think
with the share rate, no rate. Look, let me tell you, not quite long. My own constituency, I was there, and I mean, Tatale Sanguli. Okay. The time was soon. Me do 12 minutes. Yeah, what? SHS war. Na me who Maya Bayer 5. Ah, or more high or mudai. No, and Maya move from Bolga, and you know from Tatale to Bolga. And Maya we have to be behind there in Tatale, living there alone
without supervision.
Ah, now who supervise them? School no wa ahanu kwa benyana nkwala behind them wa. We teacher is here to supervise them. Okay. And in a yeka, nkwala omo high there omutu omo amu. At the end of the day, ada omo kwa press no, then on be you. Okay. So that is why we are saying. Green, yellow, red that you brought, or how Namudia to our so, and NDC will not bring this thing Ghana for to claim say you more free education. Okay. This free education is just like they brought paracetamol health insurance some time ago. We are there free. Look, you rush people who are more learned than us, expert in education, have said it over and over, and I've heard them. That look, some policy we know, you pray. For the sake of just for political expediency. Okay. Look, he talk about review.
But in the question we are say free SHS in there, you are insisting that more the back.
Oh, why not?
But that's the main question.
And concept niche education free SHS who can read concept ne. Okay. Look,
so it doesn't matter whether to say omunyina e school. Because it's down the okay, and the momo de no yeah na kakaka kadi difficult.
That is the concept. You go even omu raw free amudu how be. Go and check their concept. That is why I keep on talking about, policy document. And you talk about review. Mwankasa, who claim that you is a standing policy, you review it. Okay. MPP review free SHS policy when they came to office. And I'll tell you where they review. Did you review? So it is wrong for President Mama to say he will review. It is right for you to review. Policy, I will say, adia mo policy, your own policy, you are reviewing.
Okay.
So even if indeed it is not NDC policy, and President Mama is coming to inherit it, isn't it right? Isn't it sensitive enough for him to review it?
Okay.
And you people have no shame to say that he said he will review. Review means.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
We'll come and look at issues.
What is he talking about?
Infrastructure deficits, money problem, but which is one of the reasons why I will say. And President Mama on Samra.
Yeah, accessibility.
Clearly, there's an issue. He points out one reason. Review.
One thing.
You are from Ministry of Education. You are dealing with documents and teachers. You didn't even come with pen. You are from Ministry of Education. You should have come with pen. Remember what Kasa? You are coming from Ministry of Education. You write every day. You didn't come with pen.
Share the handing over notes of the NDC.
Where is it?
Professor Jane Nana Opoku.
Where is it?
And you have that handing over notes?
Absolutely.
Let's see. Zoom it and
Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman. Edema Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe during the transitional era no. Or the same say e-blocks no. Omo wiemu aduana nsia 46.
46.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
at the time.
At the time. And we bet na so mo wiu say 100. Now over 50.
But
I'm telling you, say, no minister, and so we 46. Now, the agency under the Ministry of Education, that is the technical agency, I am from the Funds Procurement Management Unit, FPMU. You call out, and that's what we call out, check the number of schools on my 33.
33.
Absolutely. Now, the abandonment of schools now, Papa, we the Oka. What consists school is in the middle of nowhere. Baby, I said you nipa. And I'm telling you, hold on. No, hold on. Baby, I could just it took a thinking government led by Nana Danko Akufo-Addo to say, you be read those schools in now. And I'll give you examples. Go to Drobonso Senior High School, E-block now.
It is true some we but it is also true some abandoning.
We have not no, there is nothing like abandonment.
Oh,
see, if you are talking about abandonment, abandonment is when they are fans. They left fans, and that is abandonment.
I mean, can't you come up with money?
I am telling you something. Now, community senior high school is here. Say school no. 100 meters, 200 meters, 300 meters. Now unipa, unhudan. Jenny, I tell school no. A boarding facility at the account because that school can never be commutable for any individual for a day school.
Okay. Say for Ghana for now.
Absolutely. So issues of abandonment if you go through bear 2 or 3.
No, but abandonment.
Almost 200 for 4 years. Almost just 33. Now yeah, maybe Bobo. If you
then now Bobo.
Now but Techiman municipal. School FN Jaku Community Day Senior High School. Jane MPP4 and your baby school. No. It has not been abandoned.
MPP4 NDC4 we up to what percentage? Oh,
na say that percentage mean I know that technical for the bit me. But this is a school that will not completed. If you go to Northern region, a district called Mion, that senior high school.
Don't just mention Mion every one. Me kwai no me krom kwai no.
Now that is not true.
Also got a chima dey
that is not true.
But why you made mention of Techman kept quiet. Mion is never true. It's a lie.
Some few meters to Yendi. And I know that town very well. I lived in Yendi for about 2 years, man. I'm telling you,
you live there.
Absolutely.
I live there. I'm from there.
This is a school that we completed under another Danko Akufo-Addo.
It's a lie.
Again, Oko Brown region school be a friend. New Kokrompe Community Day Senior High School at Tebubu Mountain. MPP in a baby. Who share the list that I have here?
How many? How many do you have on the list?
About 22. I have a
22 number.
2018. Yeah, 13. This is 2018 list. List of e-blocks completed in 2018. This is 13. And aware for 2017. The number is me what do you call 7?
7.
Any? What the can you say?
Okay.
So you cannot tell us
about 200 and something. It's a more we
no
we 7 now.
The 7 no. You 7 plus 13 which is 20. And then at 2019 you are completed about 6 of them. So which means we 26.
Yeah, but it's still in the
Omo 33 for 4 years. 4 years.
Started beginning of 4 years.
They started in 2013. Some of them, that's how much I said you who's almost secure lands and all that in 2013. The project itself started in 2014.
I said no crime the most difficult part. Say I feel now who procure land, I feel now who negotiate, I feel now government. We are compulsory acquisition, but you are compulsory.
That is what I'm saying. Say that's what I'm saying. Say issues of abandonment. And what's saying omo dana na do dan kwaku for adwase because apart from World Bank projects, no, they na ye GOG. NDC for African was here for those projects. They just awarded the contract supposedly.
Okay.
Without thinking about Sikai, the baby.
Okay.
Yeah, buy no Sikai, I say, Sebio, you had the free senior high school education. You had the one district, one factory. You had the one village, one dam. We had to go and use it to solve the mess of the NDC. And now, but tonight, because say abandoned schools. That cannot be the case. You can't say, Obi the free senior high school education about Krumha. NDC, what tonight, I'm going to buy. Ubusani Biono, or Sati,
progressive.
A
constitutional requirement that they were working towards.
I say, yeah, your policy statement way. Now we say so only progressive, no, or only policy statement way. I am coming from the Ministry of Education, and I challenge him. There's no single policy at the Ministry of Education. There's so many progressives in
bring your code now.
And I'm
your
telling
policy
you,
document.
Progressive that was
where's the policy?
Progressive it was there.
And I'm telling you, say,
any ministry on my to be at cabinet at the time, and I'm
defense mechanism.
You can't have a hope of sitting on a policy that said there was no document.
Me say, all the senior high schools. Musa say, Sikabe no mutia for that progressive free senior high school education. What went to and I make a choice, not even a single person was paid. And it's 48 Ghana cedis, you know. Now you're for DA. That's the question I'm asking. I have been able to give you a breakdown of year 648, you know. 648, you know. That is what we are giving one hot meal for every child in this country. One hot meal for every child. You must say 48, not there no more day.
Okay.
There was absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Now, someone more NDC for my cancer free SHS home. And then what better ha? What's your butter carrick? See about better be catch say yenny the free senior high school just a month ferry. After all the adverts in 2012-2016, the adverts are more running against free senior school education. About 46 adverts
against free SHS.
Against free SHS. Me share advert back could be 2016. Me share me real quick, but I know more use in yes advert no. And then I'm sure she's rather even enjoying from free senior school education. So only what it takes to be poor. And NDC for and Casa NTF free SHS.
But you see, free SHS now what kind of cry? It's not and yet 100%. I said Mr. Dugan.
Why is not 100%?
Maybe Uncle infrastructure at Diane Colana better dormitories. I know my classic
even in 1957 send me the graphic you be buyer.
You are forcing crowd omo so hwe. E maya fritual mobonye. I mean normal rented dine.
Where's the evidence?
Oh, but I know there is true.
Oh, if you are defense mechanism, where's the evidence? See, free senior high school education, there was placement policy. Why would you buy those better? Emma, the placement policy of the free senior high school education.
Yes, but it is
also
placement
policy. They say, why they didn't go to you? You know that free senior high school education never post any child.
Computer placement.
Absolutely, you know. That we don't place anybody.
But you see, computer and every one choose who.
If you know that is
that's
not
also
true.
True.
If you know that is
not
true.
It's also true. No, everyone choose who.
No, it is not true. Because the options and they say, what choose to school now? Say be your one penal. A some will be a friend of self-placement. That is, if you lose out on your first 4 or 3 schools, you be choosing. If you lose out, you go back to the internet. You go and do what we call self-placement. Ghana Education Service are now free SHS. Under no circumstance will we post any school to any child to any school. Said you won't you see it. Never. It never happened.
See the ACC no anomaly.
Because
I'm aware say BSc. Inti no anomaly na dey.
Akra na be catch us say oh me am call ye no na internet cafe guy no wo ho no e choose de ma me. O kofi no o ka che na ma me o. Inti as a GS for na akoposi di ama no. But your system no doesn't post anybody at all. System na e free senior high school education. It doesn't post any child to any school. School be akoda bia be kono. One now choose you here and the day school that you chose no, it is because you believe it is in your catchment area.
Into omo copy areas omo ye day students or omo free ho no.
They chose it themselves.
Do gan ka say omo correct that what happens.
But say no krempa, their schools are they themselves chose it.
Okay.
Because one what choose to say, you can go to that school as a day school.
Okay.
So what choose to say, Ubeko Kumasi Anglican, and I said Uber Seminary. Meanwhile, also thinking cancel. Now what choose to as a day school near Demawa? How do you blame the government?
Okay. But mobile review of the free SHS policy. The
free SHS as a policy, a standing policy. Any add-ons like double track is to make sure say no child is left behind.
But
it is not a review.
Double track review.
It is not a review.
Such a major shift of
how is it a green, yellow. No, it is not. You know why it is not a review? A policy because of the numbers that were trooping in. That even though we anticipated, a lot of schools and I say model schools are. They said absolutely. But when the numbers were coming, it took a thinking government to say, even though the infrastructure is not ready now, but it is at a cost to the nation, rather than say so why don't we think outside the box and don't think a call maybe to say US, the checking UK education system and what they have been doing, and Kenya for throw at the Ministry of Education and I'm a letter number.
And they are public
absolutely,
aware of that.
Absolutely. I'm a try bread Dr. Matopuku Prempe say the double track system I implement to Ghana we should come and teach them. We should bring our technical people to come and teach the people of Kenya. And the Kenyan government in fact people outside Ghana Togo can hear some of the president.
Togo they are bad example.
It is not a bad example. You know why it's not a bad example? The education system it brings everybody on board. So education system enja obia ofie enka se sebiosika ba betimi akosuku na mum hia ni ba de ontre fie no. That is one of the best education policies
but
that
it comes at a cost. Affect economy and management. Sika free SHS economists are flag say a good policy but you sika dodo na for the over the last 3 years yen to me near kwan back afena this year we declare year of I'm quoting economists. I'm not quoting myself. I'm economists.
Forget about the economists. You know why? Let me tell you. Sika is spending in a year. Finance minister ekotena parliament eka betimi aka be last 2 years and last year there about 65 billion meboa. Na say omani nyina na yakoma boy ya boy 65 billion. Na say you sumu 2 billion. E dey educate your mante na maba wo krom ha. You are saying 2 billion out of 65 billion. It is at a cost to the nation. Just young bida.
Well, this is what the economists are saying. Say yes, na restricting government.
Sika saying Auditor General ekaye in 2017-2018 say call into corruption.
Okay, fine.
That was about twice the amount of money we are using to fund free
corruption. Even so, Sika be corruption.
It is absolutely
Sika corruption.
But the processes are yet to be able to keep corruption in this country. It is commendable.
Okay. Fine. Mr. Dugan, say you call election, but the mama cannot continue to just criticize it. Oh, now VSH no problem. What is his plan?
Look, President Mama he has very good plans, and I'm coming to give you some right now.
Also about to have free SHS.
Bros, is here.
What is his plan?
Yes, me quite plans, you know. Let me. You see, it's quite unfortunate that my very good friend and my brother, who is jeering to go to Parliament and speaks for Ministry of Education, a very sensitive ministry like that, will make this, visionless statement by saying that, President Mama is free SHS in room. Really?
Absolutely.
It is. Oh no! Please. Okay. And I'll tell you why I say it is visionless. For him to say that. Maybe more typical example. University of Ghana. Yes, him for the network. Look, let's speak with vision. University of Ghana. Please, will you keep quiet?
University at that time.
Look, will you keep quiet?
You are making visionless statement.
Will you let me talk?
University at that time.
I won't let you say I'm saying that time. You
baby e-block no nkolani nanti sa.
And in you see, when you have vision, it take people who are visionless to fulfill over. That is it. Look, we see secondary school. Who see school? Mama school ne embassy kro fifi. Who is school? So who person crew? Let me tell you.
Accra High, Ewokrom.
Yes, no.
Laboni,
Ewokrom. Say yes, no. That time no. Send na hwasiti e. Na hwene. It is all person crew no engineer. education wo ho no e di mputo na e makro
was it meant to be a day school?
Yes, Pampa College
me call Ekunfi at Amos SHS maybe I want obi ani ho. It's only the SHS that is there.
I am saying that nkwala ni ko ho no school ni ko ho e ko so ho. Look, let me give you a typical example. Ye be district crampo this as am ada na ye mfansi ni kuro apampa so mfimfin ho. Tell me, administration blocks do say and ye ba ye ma kroni district na district capital oduru I will say administration no this assembly ni ye ba sinu kuro mfimfin ho. Look, if you have vision
assembly bebre so kuro.
So who me say who visioner who ma distance
It's really a matter of vision.
It's a vision. Because for him to have said, oh, and the school, yes, yeah,
a boarding house is accepted.
Okay, fine.
You understand? Was it, I'm coming there. Was it 45 Ghana cedis for a hot meal for each child?
Who said so?
You said so. I just wrote it. But we say 45 Ghana cedis.
Nobody said so. No, I never said so.
For a hot meal.
No,
you added a hot meal.
Yes, I didn't say so.
Hot meal now, who can? Obi a we see who practice free SHS school who here. Northern region last year. You are a peer, look into the cameras and deny. Said Northern region schools at now fear the whole time because of feeding grant. More PM co. How can you say children should go to school free when they are
about 2 years? 2 years.
I don't deny that. Okay. I am saying they are touting themselves
as better than
us.
So you are
so if you are better,
mediocrity.
If you are better. And you say education is free. You have made it free because you know it all.
Okay, then we grant.
You don't make it free when schools are locked up.
Okay.
And somewhere, if not in MPP world, where do we hear this?
Okay, until you come back to
the President Mama Dibabani said free SHS nearby. What's all we do more review? Adia mu say Obiaboko school free. Adia I say red, yellow, green. And then review. If that is not review, what is it? Me say, if that is not review, I am saying that if that is not review.
Stick to your question.
I am can answer you. President Mama will review free SHS.
How?
At least free SHS I heard, but we will make sure that that or move free, move yellow and white over.
You
double track na free ho. And yeah, to move policy. I can't Ghanaians will not dream over it. I'm coming, please. I'm coming. Why? Right for pleasure. No, we saw a curriculum that they attempted to bring right for pleasure. When you bring a curriculum that children have right for pleasure.
Which pleasure?
Right for pleasure. Curriculum now no mudi banone wo right for pleasure.
Right for pleasure.
Right
what?
Enti sa wo de no ba. Enya bibi na wo share kire say wo sponsor.
Right for pleasure no.
Me say na mudi ba Ghana for sorry tiaso no.
Yeah.
Yani krom ha.
Education, sexual education.
Also, what is I?
No, me but why?
That was not an SHS.
Me no, we are talking about education. I'm not saying that.
We are not talking about education. Mr. Dugan.
Can I proceed?
At all.
Can I proceed?
No. You will not set your question.
No, can I proceed?
We are not talking about education. The script editor.
Don't worry. You are asking me. Then let me answer you.
Specific. Me say.
Let me answer you. You said what President Mama will bring.
And I will say, Mpacho also obey review, obey double track. Double track number because of capacity infrastructure issue. Nti adan no baka kofa we hin we no answer that question.
Look,
let me two question
no cause for double track, Sir President Mama, nyame adum. Minim say ebeba so. Say 7 December abeto na ebeba ko no na ebeto ama. Ye take over office 2021. Me ba. Me say our first 100 days we will make sure say double track I ba we kwa yellow but because schools are abandoned. I am telling
100 days.
I am telling 100 days.
No, second semester. It's not even a new academic year. You say 100 days to buy.
Me say first 100 days. We are not like you who said first 100 days will be the business. I am saying that first 100 days. Schools are abandoned.
First 100 days 2021.
Schools are abandoned. Schools are abandoned. Be wo anyeska. Some schools be wo ho ye wie kura. Ahwaya skin pain. Feria apart from that, we will make sure that more dormitories, classroom blocks will be built and expanded. Even existing schools will be expanded.
804 projects.
So when you expand the infrastructure program.
I say omu CBO.
Go to St. Hubert Seminary.
Yeah, go to ADC.
Go to Pempe.
Before I finish, before I land.
Yeah, in the schools already.
Look, she has asked a question. Will you let me answer her?
It won't lie in your mouth. She says, we will expand
infrastructure in the existing schools. Free SHS, yes, you are abandoned. We will make sure that all those schools will be in commencement.
No school has been abandoned.
Schools are educated. You don't really need that enough. You don't really need enough.
But they can also who hears can no this can.
Oh, why not? When we take over, you will see. We will not sit here and tell you this is what we do. When we take over,
the same people for the same question when they were promising free
education. Like Akufo-Addo was asked where we said and the figure. We will not go and the figure. I am saying that when we finally launch our manifesto, none that will conjure. We will tell people how we raise these money, how things will be put in place. That is what I'm saying. That already the vision is there. The vision is there. The vision is that we will make sure that infrastructure in the existing school will be expanded.
Mobile introducing new taxes now.
It is not about taxes. When you have a government that is very tactful, a government that is very intelligent with experience. Look, President Mama has been there before. Okay. What you say? You can't say basic secondary school.
He has always been there.
These people say, "Open to me here," but to be here, they saw it.
A minister.
The man has what it is.
He has always been there.
Mama, look,
he has always been there.
Sassis, Safo, Ghana for, Sassis, yes, Safo, no. It's in the hands of President Mama.
Oh, okay.
The young man has set impeccable track record and infrastructure.
He's not that young, though. He's growing.
Oh, look, even what do 70 is on record. This is the only man who has become the first ever democratic elected president in this country. Young. He's first.
But he's also the West president.
Oh no, Missy.
And that is why he's a West
democratic elected president. Missy, democratically elected. Not the PNDC days. So President Mama, for infrastructure track record. Look, in the Minyoba, Shawuko and Netrobodom. In Netrobodom, who drew me. And let me see traffic in Trobodom. Because
traffic light.
Go and see me. I taught in Trobodom Secondary School before. Abra na me chira there wo under President Kufuor MPP.
Not there.
Na classroom blocks no. 4.
Not there. Life skills are not there.
Na 4. Enne who kwaduru ho a obesi utrase.
Mahama na ye.
I am telling you.
Okay.
Ni nyina ka ho na ahemfo.
Point well.
Any himafo eboji no so wamra.
Okay.
Safo no ekuta papa no.
Okay.
He's coming to do. He has an impeccable track record.
Okay, Mpacho 60 seconds.
Apart from corruption. John Dramani Mahama is not coming to be a president of this nation for any better reason. I'm telling you why. We've lived in this country.
Even the serial loser. Akufo-Addo, the serial loser.
60 seconds rebuttal.
How you give me that right?
There be a time as well. He's rebutting.
Oh no. I don't get it. Even Akufo-Addo, the serial loser. Akufo-Addo, the serial loser, has successfully become president. And I mean, say he has successfully became president.
I'll tell you.
So you don't, it doesn't lie in your hands to decide. President Mama's destiny is not in his hands.
I'll still say it before I leave.
John Dramani's destiny is not in your hands. Even Nanado, the serial loser.
That is okay.
Even the serial loser has become president.
John Dramani Mahama can become president. That's fine. When Ghana phone a bit decided. But I'm saying, he is not coming back to this country, so about the president, to come and save the people of Ghana. Rather, he's coming to send us back to the 60s and to the 70s. Okay. Because like Obey president, Adia Otimi say he serialized corruption in this country.
Okay. That is what he did. That is corruption is swallow your government. If you don't know,
NDC UTV no. NDC ni MPP they say ya number ye. Omu yamba kwa share them na get fund sika no scholarship. Omache no mo de amo ho no mo declare omo so mo ye needy MPs needy officials nti wutia tie ni ye pa because omo so omo ku say no enya ntokwa bia papa bia no omo ku on be check get fund scholarship no tutu hofo ye beto about 2020 no na wa wo de akọ adwendwem ye fa me vim lady efa poku ase da kese nkoma production team ni nyina sa na aju sa bre nkofo na de do mo yire no so but omo gina working for Mother Ghana executive producer Father Dixon ye da ase yankopon sha so wa mo adom ne ekwan ye de nkomo twetwe se ye bre Ghana fo mo education wo mo ni ebie yankopon ye adom e be se hia AK kwa bre konfo obi ana yie